This is getting real deep as I'm gluing fake hair to my eyeballs. It smells like a buttered croissant to me. Alright, so today we're doing a Valentine's Day themed shadow and schmooze. I asked you guys on Facebook to ask any Valentine's Day related questions or topics you want talked about, relationships, dating, the single life, everything. We're getting into it. I wanted to do a Valentine's Day look that you guys could wear for Valentine's Day, obviously. And the eyeshadows I used are all very affordable. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do while you're watching, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, you can join the Bayrito family and subscribe. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I have lots of shadow and schmoozes, so I'll link the playlist down below if you want to watch any others. But I did a major life catch up in the last shadow and schmooze, which was only a couple weeks ago. This one's less of a life update and more of a dating therapy session for myself, it felt like. I have my Valentine's Day themed mug here, going all out. So I washed and moisturized my face. I actually tried this Pixi Rose Flash Balm Instant Skin Booster. It says that you can use this as a moisturizer, a treatment, primer, or a face mask, which is pretty cool, 3-in-1. I'm gonna do some pore filling though with my favorite Revlon pore reducing primer. A lot of you guys have been loving this primer, so that makes me happy. There's a few different versions of this Revlon one, so make sure you get the pore reducing if that's what you're going for. It totally works. I mean, look at the difference between that side and that side. So I have a bunch of topics / questions that you guys asked on Facebook relating to love. I'm gonna spray my face with the Coconut Mac Fix Plus. Some as in half the bottle. I'm not quite awake yet. Today I have 5,000 appointments, so I'm trying to get filming done. I have literally 3 eyelash extensions left on either eye. Alright, so while that's drying, we need more coffee. Okay, my skin feels nice and prepped. I'm gonna try out this foundation. This one I think I got in Vienna. It's the Look by Bipa Liquid Nude Serum Foundation. This was the lightest shade 10. Oh, there's little beads in there. I picked up a few foundations while I was there, and I was gonna do a foundation Friday on this one, but then I looked it up and I can't find this online at all. I have fresh, clean brushes right now. I'm so excited. I show you guys how I clean my makeup brushes in my latest vlog that went up last week as a bonus video. I also showed my nighttime. Oh, wait, I wanna try this. This is the Becca Under Eye Primer. I'm very curious about this. It looks like it's just a solid kind of balm thing. I don't know how much you're supposed to put on, but I'm gonna prime the under eyes with this. I already have on the Sunday Riley autocorrect under there. This just feels super thin. Doesn't look like it's really filling in the lines a whole lot. It smells like candy, cotton candy. This actually feels pretty thick, much thicker than I thought. It's not moving on there. What was I just about to say? Oh, I showed how to clean my makeup brushes in the vlog that went up last week. And in that vlog, I also kind of showed what my nighttime skincare routine has been. I swear this smells like cotton candy too. Nope. Maybe it's my brush? Nope. I'm just smelling the eye primer still. It's clinging a little bit, yeah, weird on my chin. What the heck? Ooh, that does not look good. Clinging around there too. I might just put this down on the other side to even it out and then go in with something on top of it. Oh no. Okay. This is a no. I'm gonna switch to the NARS Radiant. I've been liking this. It's kind of growing on me, but I feel like I do still need to find a really good primer / setting spray combo with it because my forehead looks a little bit funky, but it has beautiful coverage. Concealer, I want to try again the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. I used this in a First Impressions or something a while ago, and I have not tried it again since, so I don't even remember what I think of it. So this will be a first impression all over again. Okay, we need to get these questions going. Every time I reopen Facebook, it exits out of all the comments. Sweet. Kate says, I guess I would want to know what is your ideal guy and a definite deal breaker in a partner / relationship. My perfect guy would be someone who is funny, smart, motivated, and just has a good heart and would be a good dad. I'm definitely more introverted, so I really like guys who are more extroverted and social and funny and just have that vibe to them. Every guy I've been in a relationship with in the past has definitely been more like that. Alright, that concealer doesn't look the best, doesn't look the worst. My mom and I actually did the mom tag a while ago, a couple years ago now, so I'm going to link that down below because we talk a lot about this kind of stuff in that video, but she actually answers what she thinks my perfect guy would be, and it was pretty spot on. Describe my perfect type of guy.
Tall. Really tall.
I think every boyfriend I've had has been over 5'11".
Yeah.
And I'm 4'11".
Pretty good looking, really sweet guys with good sense of humor. Very comfortable with themselves, I would say.
Yeah.
And ambitious, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Good luck, future husband.
Yeah. The bar is high.
Kaylin says, that's a really pretty name. Kaylin says, what's your best and worst Valentine's Day dates? I think my best Valentine's Day date was actually in high school. I was dating this guy in high school who's just one of those people who's really creative and like thoughtful with the things that he would do. I like came home from school and there was a sign, like a little banner thing over my bed saying, I love you. And then there were chocolate covered homemade strawberries in there and like something else, and I don't know, that one for some reason like really sticks out to me. I would much rather prefer someone doing something that is just more thoughtful and like handmade than going to like a hella nice dinner and doing all that stuff. I don't know. My worst Valentine's Day date, I want to tell you guys, but I don't think I'm going to because I'm pretty sure he watches some of my videos, maybe. I don't want to make him feel bad. It wasn't horrible. It was just wasn't the best. Allison says, do you get any weird or creepy DMs from guys and how do you handle it? Yeah, not a huge amount, but when I do, I just ignore it. There's a couple guys who comment that I keep meaning to block. You can't block people from your phone, like your cell phone, so you have to do it on the computer. So every time I'm checking comments and I see someone, I just forget to go on the computer and block them. I kind of want to try using the JCat Pearl Luminizer as an all-over face powder just with this huge fluffy brush. This I've been obsessed with as a highlighter. This is like $6 and it is amazeballs, you guys. I might need to mix it with another powder, but I also am just feeling too lazy to do that right now. So I think I'm just going to pour it in the lid of this Physicians Formula powder and just kind of mix it good with a big fluffy brush. That kind of looks like the Cover FX illuminating setting powder. You just got to be careful that you don't get any, it's kind of like stick into certain spots. So if you just blend it, it looks pretty nice. Amber says, you recently made a comment about how you're so much better at long distance relationships. Is that because of your very independent nature? I truly appreciate independent spirits. Thank you. I'm going to try out the Maybelline Total Temptation brow product. Wow, that's an interesting spoolie. Okay, this is like diamond shaped. That's interesting. Probably. I like a lot of aspects of long distance relationships, honestly. I feel like what I've talked about in other videos, you just learn to build communication. I really enjoy like the anticipation. So like doing your own thing, having your own time, but then being really excited to see each other. It just makes you appreciate the time that you have. But at the same time, the goal of long distance relationships is to be in the same place together, right? My friend and I always say like my ideal marriage would be someone who travels a lot for work, because then I would have that like independence factor and time to myself and everything, but then it'd be really exciting when we see each other. And also I travel a lot and I'm gone a lot, so I don't know, I just feel like that would work out. I'm gonna cut all that out. I just went way on a rant about everything. Erin says, what are the best non-transferring lipsticks to wear on a date? Check out my best red lipsticks video because all of those are formulas that are bomb that won't transfer. Louisa says, do you think you'll ever get married? Does race/ethnicity matter to you in a suitable partner? So race and ethnicity does not matter to me at all. I feel like you're attracted to who you're attracted to. It's not like I go out seeking one type of person. If you're feeling it with someone, you're feeling it with someone, you know? And do I ever think I'll get married? Man, I hope so. This brow is a little bit too pigmented for me. You have to do really light strokes. And also, I think, that's not the spoolie. I think the color is a little bit too gray for me. I need some like warmth in there a little bit. I'm gonna go with my Ulta Brow Gel. Something that a few years ago, whenever I heard women talking about this, I always kind of just rolled my eyes, but it is true that as you get a little bit more up there in your 20s, there's a lot of pressure. Not really from my family at all. That was one of the questions actually. If my parents like asked me or my family asked me, they asked me if there are any new guides, but it's not like pressure to get married and start having kids and stuff at all. Honestly, the pressure just comes from knowing that you kind of have to have kids by a certain age and then looking at that timeline. If it weren't for that, I don't think I would feel nearly as much pressure as I do right now. I'm gonna try this Circa Champagne Beach as kind of like a bronzer. I used this a long time ago. Don't remember what I thought of it. I don't even know if Walgreens still carries Circa, do they? Woo! Whoa. Definitely quite a warm tone, but that actually looks pretty. If you're in your mid-20s, comment down below and let me know if you're feeling it too, because especially in the last year. I only have one friend who is single. I don't mind being single. I'm just in a place where I'm ready to be in a relationship, and I'm ready to have a relationship that I know is going somewhere. I don't necessarily feel the pressure to like get married and have kids within the next 2 or 3 years, because I just don't feel like that's really my timeline. I don't think that's necessarily something I want in the next few years, but I do want to be in a relationship that eventually those things will come with. I do believe that everything you do leads you to something else for some kind of reason, because there are just so many things in my life that I could not have planned, and things that happened led me to different places where I met different people and ended up doing totally different things than I thought I was going to be doing. So I totally believe in just timing, doing your own thing, and hopefully that'll attract the right people into your life, and so far I feel like it has. But not gonna lie, it is very hard to meet people. It can be really frustrating. So I'm gonna go in with MAC Free Soul Blush. This is such a pretty, like, glowy light pink shade. I've been in love with this. It gives you like a glowy highlight too. This is so pretty. Ooh, Sarah has a couple good questions. She says, what are your biggest deal breakers in a relationship, and what are some relationship lessons you have learned from Mama and Papa Beirito? I'm going to start with the second question. I feel like a lot of what I expect out of a relationship comes from my parents, obviously. I think that's pretty normal. And I was very fortunate to grow up with two parents who, from what I saw, have a great relationship. What highlight do I want to use? I guess we'll just use the same JCat one since it's already out. I love how it goes on and you think it's going to be like way too intense, and then it just totally melts into your skin. And you can really build this thing up too. I feel like I'm reading questions and then they literally just go out of my brain. I think something that I always admired about my parents' relationship was that it seems like they always try and find things to do together that they both really enjoy, which seems small, but I feel like when you're with someone for that long, you probably do have to make an effort. Like, my dad taught my mom how to surf so that they could surf together. By the way, this brush I always get asked about. This is the Kat Von D brush number 40. I need to add this. I don't think this one's in the description box, but this was one of those brushes when I first got where I was like, what in the hell am I going to use this thing for? And it's actually bomb for applying eye primer. If you don't like digging your finger in the pot, this is great for that. And just the shape of it, since it's kind of tapered down, you can just place it right in your inner primer, inner corner. Caffeine level is like -20 right now. And they just have fun together. Like, my parents do a lot of things they have a lot of friends, and they do a lot of things with their friends together. So I think that's cool. They have like a few different friend groups. My parents literally party more than I do. I swear they have something every single night. The other question was, what are your biggest deal breakers in a relationship? Obviously, someone who I can't trust. Trust is like number one for me. I'm gonna go with the BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette. I did like a light blue kind of wintry look with this in a different Shadow and Schmooze. Actually, that might have been the Shadow and Schmooze where I talk about relationships and everything. Can't remember. Here's the palette. I'm gonna go with this tan shade and then probably the pink. Actually, no, I'm gonna start out with that pink and put that into the crease. I don't know how bold we're gonna get with this look. So pretty. If the trust wasn't there, that would definitely be a deal breaker. Cheating, I have a really hard time getting over cheating, because I just think if you're in that mind space, just end the relationship. Don't cheat, just end it, and then go do your thing with the other person. Because I would personally have such a hard time trusting someone after that I think the trust would just be gone, and that would be really hard to repair. I think another deal breaker for me is someone who's really pessimistic. I just can't handle that. I just think, as of right now, in 2018 at least, we only have one chance at life. You only get one chance to do this thing, so why not make the best of it given what you're dealt? So people who don't look at life that way, I think would be really hard for me to have a long-lasting relationship with. I really love people who just make the most out of every situation that they're in. These just blend out so freaking easily. Like, that took 2 seconds. So I'm taking that tan shade now. We're kind of going in reverse. I mean, obviously, like, deal breakers that should be deal breakers for anyone, like someone who doesn't treat you well, please leave. Now I'm gonna take sliding off the table. There's not like a darker pink or red in the BH palette, so I'm just gonna take the shade from the Kathleen Lights palette, which I haven't used yet. I haven't used the shade, use the palette. All right, Rula asked a question kind of like what we were talking about earlier. She said, how to deal when your friends are married with children and you're just there getting lots of sleep. Alone, of course. Girl, I feel you. I feel you. Something I do is listen to podcasts. I really like the I Don't Get It podcasts that talk about this kind of thing. Oh my God. Heck yeah. That just brought it all together. Scrubbing in with Becca Tilley, podcasts that talk about dating and being single and all of that, because you just realize that you're not the only one and it's freaking hard to date in 2018. These are all blending together so beautifully right now. There's some stuff about like anti-Valentine's Day, and you know, I get that, but I also feel like what I'd try and do on Valentine's Day is do things. It's a Hallmark holiday, whatever, we all know that, but I try and just think of it as focusing on love, not necessarily relationships, you know? So be with people you love and try not to get into a depressive hole about being single. That is the goal of Valentine's Day. I'm putting Leo, which is that pinkish purplish shade, right on the lid. Okay, I think I just need to chug this cup right now. I ordered this. It's like a Yeti knockoff kind of thing, I guess, or just different brand, called Beast. I got this off of Amazon. This thing keeps your drinks cold for hours. Like, I put ice in at night with water, and the ice is still floating in it in the morning. It's pretty great. I want to wet my brush and go back in with that same shade. Just get it to really pop. I'm going to take MAC Fix Plus. Oh my gosh. Wet, these are insane. Oh, little Accutane update. I think I am going to be doing a 4-month update, which will basically talk about months 3 and 4. So I'm not sure if that will be up before this video, but it'll be coming. Got my blood work done yesterday, and my Accutane appointment is tomorrow to go over it. So I'm going to go over the results and stuff for you guys in the 4-month update. So I want to keep the waterline pretty bright and open. So I'm going to go in with a nude liner on there. Nicole says, are you planning on doing any wedding makeup looks in the future? / could you recommendation that you would pick for a big event such as a wedding? I do definitely want to do a wedding video. I've been saying this for so long. I still have like the fake, what's it called? Veil and everything in this IKEA drawer in front of me from like 2 years ago. That's how long I've been planning on doing this video. But I've been putting it off because whatever kind of routine I recommend for you guys, I want to thoroughly test it, because I wouldn't want you to go out and get those products and then have it not last all day and not look amazing because it's your wedding day. So that's why that video is taking so long. I need to just nail down the products, figure it out, and test it. It's just, I test things almost every single day, so it's just finding a chunk of time to do that. As far as what foundation I would recommend, that's really hard to say. Whenever you guys snap me saying, what foundation do you recommend? It's so hard to say because I don't know your skin type. I don't know what kind of coverage you like. I don't know what you're putting underneath it and on top of it. And I feel like those things are what really makes or breaks the foundation a lot of the times. So it's really hard for me to say one foundation, but I would say just try out different foundations. Go to Sephora and get samples of different ones. See what you like, see what you don't like. On myself right now, what I would probably use is the Dermablend Smooth Liquid Camo. I have to lighten this, so I'd probably mix it with the CYO Long Lasting, because these two last forever on my skin. They look beautiful, they smooth out the texture and everything, and they just look bomb. Oh wait, you know what? I might take back my answer to the best Valentine's Day one. I had a Valentine's Day thing in college that was totally unexpected. It was this guy I was really good friends with that showed up with like roses and stuff. I feel like that's the kind of Valentine's Day where you hear things like that happening, but you're like, oh, like that's never gonna happen to me. It was just so surprising and so sweet. We kind of dated after that. I'm going to put on a thin coat of mascara. I want to try out this, the Maybelline Total Temptation. Keep in mind my eyelashes right now are very short and slightly non-existent. I've heard this smells like coconut, and it does smell good. It smells like a buttered croissant to me. Oh, I'm excited to use this when all the extensions are out, because it's actually making me look like I have a few lashes there. I'm going to use Pure Diva lashes. These are one of my favorites. Oh, I like this. Okay, so Jessica says, are you ready to find your person? At what age do you think you plan to settle down? I wanted to be married with my child by 25, but things didn't work out that early. I'm 35 and married, expecting a child, and at this age, kind of glad I didn't settle in my mid-20s. I kind of totally agree with you. I mean, I think that it just depends on the person. I think settling down means different things for different people. For me, it just means finding that one person that you want to live life with. I don't really want to settle down in the sense that I want to have a house and I want to be in the same place for forever. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I think different people just want different things out of life. So I don't know. On one hand, I have friends who have been with the same person since college, and they're clearly like, that's their person, and I think they're great together. And I think, you know, that's like a case where if they waited till they're 30, would they have met someone else that they would be more compatible with? Who knows? Like, you don't know. I don't really have the answer for this. I just know for myself, it's just the kind of thing where if I meet someone and I know, then I know. And if they want the same things out of life, then great, let's do this. And whether that's when I'm 25 this year or if I'm 30, then happens when it happens. But hopefully it happens. I totally know what you mean though. I think even in the last year, my thoughts on marriage and just what I want, I think, have changed. And just truly, if you really think about what you need and want out of a partner. This is getting real deep as I'm gluing fake hair to my eyeballs. What do you order for food on first dates? Some food just wipes makeup right off, and then salad can be awkward to eat gracefully. Love your videos so much. Thank you, Moira. I really don't think too hard into it. I just order whatever sounds good. I love food. I love eating. So if someone can't appreciate that I'm not going to order something dainty to put in my mouth, then, you know, peace out. There's a lot of questions about if I have online dating profiles, if I use apps, all of that stuff. Yeah, I totally use Tinder, Bumble. I have J-Swipe on my phone, but in Seattle, it's pretty horrible. I honestly swipe right probably 1 in like 100 people. And then out of those people don't freaking talk on apps anymore. It's such a waste of time. I'm like, why are you wasting your time swiping and matching if you're not going to say anything? And sometimes I'll just message and say something, and then even then there's no response. Like, bro, just delete the app if you're not actually going to use it for something. I think everyone's kind of getting sick of the dating apps. When I first moved to Seattle, they were popping. And now it's like everyone's either off it because they found someone or they're just over it. Oh, I hate when you miss the little corner of glue. Oh, great. Now my eye is watering, so the glue's not sticking. This sucker does not want to be on my eye right now. All right, 500,000 years later, I'm going to put on some bottom mascara, Wet n Wild Mega Length. I don't even know if this lash is on my face. For lips, I think I want to try this Pixie liquid lipstick in Pastel Petal. I haven't tried this yet. I want something like a dark nude, but with a little bit of pink in it, so I'll probably end up layering this, I think. Whoa, very bendy brush. Like, look at this. Not the best for a liquid lipstick. Oh, I'm not a fan of the scent of this. Really pretty color though, and it feels almost like buttery going on in a way. The tip is really hard to control because it's so flimsy. Just in the Valentine's Day spirit, you know? Super pretty color. I don't even know if I want to layer anything on here. I think I want a little bit gloss, like a light pink gloss. Let's try the MAC Patrick Star Gloss. This looks like a really pretty color. Oh, yeah. That goes perfect with this shade. All right, so I think this is the final look. If you wanted this to be a little bit more nighttime dramatic, you could easily just add a winged liner, and I feel like that would definitely spice it up a little bit. Or you could do a deeper lip color, like a deep dark purpley pink shade I feel like would look pretty with this. But everything I used on my face today will be listed down below. This dress, by the way, is from Target. I'm not sure if they still have it. I actually got it in winter. I don't know why they were selling a dress like this in the winter. They probably still have it. I'll link it online if I can find it, but it's like an off the shoulder, or you can wear it up here. Super cute velvet, rosy kind of flowers on it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, you can join the Beirito family and subscribe. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. If you're already subscribed, don't forget to turn on the bell. Click the bell down below, turn on notifications, because that'll alert you when I upload my video. One of my videos last week wasn't showing up in subscription boxes. So if you want to know every single time I upload, make sure you turn on notifications by clicking the bell. Thank you to everyone who asked questions on Facebook. I'm going to have my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, everything is just the Tayla except Snapchat. It's the Tayla Snaps, but my Facebook page is just, facebook.com/the Tayla. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.